Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hope y'all had a Merry Christmas. Hope you had a nice holiday season. Well, we still got the first of the year coming. What is it? Well, I ain't turned my watch on yet, so I don't know what day it is. And look at this other phone. 29th, okay. I've got something today that y'all might really enjoy. I've been trying to get a bunch of stuff done. I got another project over there we're going to do, and I'm trying to get it all cinched up before we start. That way you don't have to watch multiples of it. You get to see it rolling. I got another one I'm building on that is just a pile. Just a pile of conglomeration. I'm out here throwing stuff away. This morning my pressure washer died. I had one little cheap electric pressure washer. It died, so I'm throwing parts of it away. I need to find another one. I did get a nice thrust bearing out of it, though. This is a thrust bearing, if you don't know what a thrust bearing is. It's 2 outer races with an inner ball ring. And I think this will fit in my vise. I'm actually planning on tearing the vise down, see if I can fit this in the vise. If I can, I'm just going to make a sleeve to cover this up, put it in our vise, take up so much slack in there. So we might be doing that. All right. This is just the introduction I'm making. So, yeah, we're going to move y'all around. Look, there's absolutely nothing on the bench right now. Just some screws and stuff. I'm going to go get what we're going to work on. All right. Now, what we got? We got an 0088. And you can't really see it good. Well, you see the balls in the bearing there? Notice there ain't some up here at the top. Because this bearing is shot. So we're going to be tearing this thing down. Although I cleaned this thing out yesterday and I just stood here and dumped it for 10 minutes over this thing, for somehow there is still oil in the bar oil thing, and it was slam full. So I don't know how it has that much oil in it, but it actually had enough that it actually ran out when I took the cap off, and I was like, seriously? Now I've got oil all over the table. So we're just gonna lube the table up like that, I guess, and go on. We're gonna go on with it. But we got things to do. Well, you know, we just can't be deterred by it. This thing has an extreme amount of wear in places. And I don't even know what all we've got yet. But I've got a feeling we don't have everything we need. I'd almost be willing to bet that. I don't like to start these projects without having everything, but there's supposed to be some more parts here today, I think. I got another load of parts that's supposed to be here today, I think. We're just going to get it apart. We're going to get it apart. I cleaned it yesterday. I took it out there and washed it in my pressure washer. So I figured out my pressure washer wasn't doing the best. I brought the pressure washer in and tried to fix it, and it was null and void. The aluminum busted on the little foot. I pulled it off. I took it back there and tried to weld it. And it just deformed so bad. It just deformed up real bad, so I threw it away. I'll try to get, I'll get some, I get something collected up. I'll order another one from Amazon or something. Just a little old cheap thing. I don't mind them at all. I used to like the big gas powered ones, but I come to the realization it's just easier to deal with that little electric one. I think what I want to do is mount it in here in the on top of the shelf in here and leave it in the house and just hard pipe it in basically. That way I can leave it inside, not have to worry about hooking it and unhooking it and all that stuff. But we got to tear this thing down, split the cases. I haven't done one of these before, so it ought to be exciting. No, it probably not. I'm going to guess that the pin for the chain brake handles broke off, being that it's not there. Yeah. I'm going to go with that. I think it's been a while. It's been a while since this thing has been serviced. There's 15 pounds of dirt in this thing. Yep, I'd say that's a lot. I'd say that's a lot less than it was. I mean, if you're really wondering, it's like that much. I mean, there's depth to it. I'm actually gonna throw this in the trash can instead of over here in my drain bucket. Woo, mercy. All right. I don't know how to get the oil pump apart on one of these guys. I've never taken the oil pump apart on one of these. I don't think it needs a chain brake, being that there's none of the rest of the guts are there, and the brake seems to be worn pretty thin. We're gonna get that out of there for now. Somehow. There we go. Yeah. This is the box it come in, so I'm just throwing everything that I don't need over into that box. And that looks to be an oil pump right there. I think I can leave the oil pump in it and just take this outer guide ring off. I think the ring is all that has to come off to get the saw apart. And I think the only reason, heck, it might not even have to come off, but I thought it had to come off to get the bearing out, but maybe not. You know what, the oil pump will have to come out too. This thing is still dumping oil out on the table. Jason, you're gonna get an extra bill on this thing for cleanup, because it is still dumping out on the table. But here's the thing, is it won't dump out. It won't dump whenever I'm trying to dump it. It only dumps when I'm not looking. See, they won't none come out now. Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm getting sidetracked. This thing's... I'm going to put it in the cooker over there when I get it torn apart. I think I'm going to have to take the oil pump out just to get to a couple of the case screws. What I'm trying to say. How come? I got a feeling. Oh look, there's a hole in that gear for a reason. Because apparently there's a bolt behind it. Yep, sure enough. Well, I don't know what to say. Whoop, there it is. Okie dokie, Smokey. How much more oil is going to run out on the table? There's a little square O-ring in here for the oil pump. It's actually in there pretty good. I might just leave it for now. I'm afraid I'm gonna lose it. Cause y'all know the way it goes. You leave something and the next thing you know it's gone. We're gonna see if we can get this thing apart. I was hoping I got most of this cleaned out, but it appears that I did not because it had covers over some of it. I don't even know if I turned the air on this morning. I did not. It's earlier than normal for me, y'all. I went to bed really early last night, so I got up a lot earlier this morning. Trying to do better. Kind of got in a little bit of a funk. I'm trying to get out of it. So, what else do we got here? I got one there and one there. I can't even see them, so. That come out. That one come out. I mean, I can't get the bolts out, but I got them loose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That appears to be all of them. Let's see if we can get this Pistionius off of here. Got my starter clip. Ooh, mercy, y'all. We got one Pistionius. We got the needly bearing. I'll drop the needly bearing in there. Drop the L Pistonius in there. Now, y'all ready to see if it'll come apart? I know you are. The excitement is building. I know. Just try to liven it up a little bit, y'all. Drop them bolts in there. Trying to keep everything straight as I go along. That's the end of the chain break. It's broke off. All right. Now we're taking bets. Will it come apart? I'm gonna say probably. If I can get the puller in there. Here goes something. It's pulling, but it seems to be stuck up at the front. So I'm wondering if there's one more bolt hid up here that I don't know about. I'm gonna say probably, since there is a plastic plug up here that don't appear to be doing nothing but hiding a case bolt. That's why we went easy with it and didn't just see. I was thinking about pulling from that side, but the bolts are on this side, so I figured if I pulled from this side I could at least have a look. That means there's 8 case bolts in this thing. Now look, see, starting to come apart now. See, a second ago when I started pulling on it, it was separating back there, but it wasn't separating up here. That's what gave me the inkling that something was going on. Now it's still kind of showing stuck at the bottom, but it doesn't seem to be fighting. Okay, right here we go. There we go. There it is. The dowel pin was holding us, what I'm trying to say. Now the bearing race is still in there. The bearing race is still on there, but it did come up some, so we're gonna pop that off there. I'll turn this sucker around. See if we can get this side out. This case separator is a little bit narrow for the crank on this thing. Yeah. Doing this by yourself is sometimes a real treat. For whatever reason, you have to shove it down over the crank to get it on there, so I got it. Y'all didn't think I was gonna get it, did you? I'm sure you did. Everybody said, well, we know good and well we ain't seen you not do many things you wanted to do, so we have a half an idea that you're gonna get it one way or another. Go back in between there. Okay, separator. It's not exactly made for that wide crank, but it does have a little flexibility to it, so that's the main thing. Cranking my shaft appears to be okie dokie, except for this bearing stuck on here, which I think I got the majority of it. It was just barely stuck still on there. All right. Now this thing is going to make its way into the parts cleaner. And I'm definitely going to show it to you because I'm advertising. If you didn't know, I'm advertising them because I appreciate it. I have got I've got a ultrasonic cleaner that Vever sent me, and they are one of my channel sponsors. They don't sponsor us monetarily, they sponsor us with product, and I appreciate the product that they send me, so I'm showing y'all what it is. Give me a minute, let's knock this bearing out of here. We got our bearing driver here. I probably shouldn't film this. Okay, maybe it goes out the other side. I don't know this for sure, but we're going to try it. Yep. It looked like it had a snap ring holding it in from this side, but the snap ring's not on the bearing race. There it is. All right. Okay. I'm going to go outside and blow this thing off, then we're going to throw it in the ultrasonic cleaner. All right. You can see how gunky and grimy it is. So, this is my Vever 15-liter ultrasonic cleaner, and it is full of water and simple green and a little bit of Dawn dishwashing liquid. Now, all I'm going to do to start with, see if I can get it in there. And it fits. So a 15 liter will hold an 088. That's good to know. We're going to put her on there. We're going to set her to cook. Now, that's got a 30-minute cook time on it. The odds are we're probably going to cook it a lot longer than that. I'm going to set the crank in the little one. And we'll turn it on. And while it's going, I'm going to knock the bearings out of the other case and get it ready to go. And then I'm going to look through the stuff and we'll see how the rest of the video goes here in a little bit. But I will show you what the cases look like when they're clean. All right. It's been about an hour and 15-20 minutes. I've run it twice because I had a lot of stuff going on. We're going to pull it out and y'all are going to see what it looks like straight out of the vat. Now, I hadn't picked it up or nothing. This will be the first time. And I'm actually impressed. Woo! I don't know if y'all can see this, but that is a this stuff appears burn on, so getting it off is about impossible. But that is a far sight cleaner than it was. Now what I need to do is hit it with the air hose and then throw it back in there. You know what? Just hitting it with the air hose got the majority of the gunk off of it. I probably ain't gonna throw it back in there for now. It's much, much cleaner than it was. See, this stuff's burn on, so getting it off. When you see the muffler, you'll see why it's burn on. There's still a few things in some of these holes and stuff right here, but I did notice the bolts are going out of it, so that means they're down there in the bottom somewhere. So, yeah. We're going to take the other one here. Here's the other case. We're going to set it down in here if it'll fit. Uh-oh. This one ain't going to fit all the way. I might take it. Okay, loose. Oh, it won't quite fit in there all the way. Won't quite fit all the way. We're going to do that. I'm going to turn it on and let it run. I'm probably going to run this one another hour or so. And then we're going to see, because I still haven't got my parts yet. So, we'll see if the parts come in. Alright, I'm going to let that run. And we'll inspect everything when I'm done. Alright. We're going to pull this other case out of here. I've got the cylinder and the little one running right now. I had to run to the bank and depose some Moonay. So I let it cook for a little while. I did turn the heat off on it while I was gone because the lid wouldn't fit all the way on, so it don't do as bad. I gotta get this stuff out of here. This one I probably will flip it over and run it a little bit more. But I ain't gonna lie, that's a whole lot cleaner than it was. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, it's a lot cleaner than it was. Still yet here, if I rub that a little bit like that, I could probably rub it and dip it back down in there. It'd come off there. I'm telling you what, if you clean a bunch of stuff up, these ultrasonic cleaners are the way to do it. And there's still some stuff you can see in there, but for the most part, most of it's out of there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip this over and set it back in here, and whenever it comes out again, we'll take it out there and blow it off. Hopefully the bearings will be here shortly, because I'm waiting on them. Alright. Cleaned up, blowed off. There's no other washing than the ultrasonic cleaner. I mean, I did knock the big chunks off of it yesterday with the water hose and stuff. But this is pretty much how they come out with just blowing it off. Well, you can see where I blowed it off the air hose. So these are clean, good clean as they're going to get. And lo and behold, if the parts didn't come in, well, I say the parts, the bearings come in, and the case gasket and stuff. There's still a bunch of parts we don't have, and this is a plastic cage bearing, and why in the world they're made that way is beyond me. I think this is a 6203, and it is. And these bearings feel like they're pretty nice bearings. That one's going to go in there. This one's going to go in here like So, and I'm going to drive them in there here in a minute. And we're going to put them together. We're going to put the crank in it because we've got another cylinder to port yet. The other cylinder's over there in the parts washer. So I've got another cylinder that I've got to port yet. So I got to get this bottom end put together. So I'm going to drive these bearings in here. Y'all have seen me drive them in here before. I'm going to put them in there and then I'll bring you back. All right. Now, I got the bearings drove in it. I had a little issue with the new gasket is not the right one because a 088 and an 880 run a different gasket. So I called the fella it belongs to and I said, what you want to do? He said, did the old one tear up? And I said, nope. He said, you want to use it? I said, it's yours. We'll do whatever you want to do. He said, use the old one. I said, okie dokie. Y'all know I've done it before, so I'm not exactly against it. But my sealer is stopped up for some reason. I don't know why my sealer bottles keep stopping up. This is the last one. This is the last bottle of Ultra Gray Permatex that I have. I had a whole bunch of them. And this is the last one. And for some reason, I can't even find my screwdriver laying up here on the table. I usually use a drill bit to open it. But for some reason, it just ain't wanting to cooperate today. We're just going to go ahead and get some out. Because I'm going to goop it up. And, oh, my mama's calling, y'all. Give me a minute and I'll bring you back. There we go. I got you back. I done got half the crank in here. I was in the process of doing this and I can't stop. That was mama calling to say it. Some of my brothers has got sick, so we ain't going to be able to do our Christmas thing tomorrow. So, well, we'll do it some other time. Can't help it, they got sick. But I couldn't stop doing this because I got glue on it, so I don't have a choice of stopping, so I just kept going while I was talking to her on the phone now. I don't know why this glue is so bad, but it is. Now, I'm going to clean this off. I'm going to try to drill this thing out later on. I'll take the drill bit and run it out. Okie dokie. Now, I've got to find a couple of the bolts. And I got to clean a couple of them out. Yeah, we'll get a few of them cleaned away. That's good enough for now. I've got to cool this. I got to cool my bearing heater off because it's really hot. Y'all give me just a minute. I'm just going to pause it. I'm going to clean this up and going to see if we can stick her together. I'm sorry, I didn't hit the record button. I had to fight to get it together. It didn't want to go. And I got sidetracked. Forgot to hit the button to record. So I wound up having to use a hammer. A little bit. I don't know where the other two bolts went. There's one, and there's the other. All right. Well, the main thing is main thing is, there is back together. She rotates. We got our gasket. I tried to offset the gasket just a smidge so that it would be just a little bit higher than the cylinder here, and looks like I got it. I'm just trying to wipe some of the excess gray off the cases, because I put it on there pretty heavy because I don't want it to leak. The only place I'm going to wipe it off is right along here where you can see it. Underneath, I'm going to just leave it like it is. Under there, it's going to stay the same. And that's what she looks like. New bearing and new seals. Clean crank, clean cases. One of the things that I did that I didn't get to show because, well, I thought it was recording, but it wasn't, is in here when you start to put these two together, when that shoulder starts to come up into the seal, you have to stop and then take something that's not sharp and go around that seal and swell it out. Or either don't put the seal in and put it in after the crank. I choose to do it the other way. What I do is I slip it down in there till it hits, then I stop, then I take this, and this sets on the bearing sleeve or the outer race of the bearing. I just tap it down in there a little bit until I can use my screwdriver and whittle it around, and that's what I do. So, all right, this is together. I'm gonna upload this video. I don't know if I'm gonna film this muffler or not. This was an aluminum muffler and it has been destroyed. And what I'm gonna do is I've cut this piece of aluminum and I'm gonna try to put it in there and weld it. Now, it's gonna take some time to do that, so I probably won't record it because it's gonna be bad. It's going to be a lot of cutting and fitting and just lots of it. Then I'm going to try to weld it. I don't know if this muffler will even weld yet. But that's for another day. Alright, if you enjoyed it, go down in the description below. There's a link to this Vevor ultrasonic cleaner. It does an amazing job. I do like it and I appreciate it. I'm so much happier with the big one than I was the small one. The small one, I done it for carburetors, carburetors, oil pumps, clutches, flywheels, stuff like that. This big one, the 880 case, 088, will fit in there. And it does a real good job of cleaning them. So, if you go check out that link, you can go in there and look at all their stuff. You can get whatever you want from them. And anything you buy through there, if you're going to buy it anyway, it helps me out. So, looking through there and helping them helps me. So, if you get a chance and you want to, I sure do appreciate it. All right. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas. Hope you're having a good holiday season. Hope you have a Happy New Year. Remember, if you go out for New Year's, don't be drinking and driving. Please don't. Better off if you don't drink, but if you do, don't be driving. And just be careful because there will be people out there drinking and driving. And I want to see all y'all into the new year. So, y'all be safe and be careful. All right, y'all have a good day. Be safe. Be kind. Treat each other the way you want to be treated. God bless. Remember, Jesus loves you. Bellhopper out.